morning, dear students. I am Dr. Suman Gothwal, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, AKGEC. So, in our last lecture, we started about the plant location. Okay, means what is the plant location and why we need the plant location? Why we go for the facility location? Okay, what are the reasons for searching a new facility location? After that, we discussed about the different factors which can affect a facility location. Clear? And I think it must be clear to all. So, today, in today's lecture, we are going to start about the principles of the plant layout. Clear? So, what are the principles that we have to keep in mind when we will go for the plant layout? Okay. So, we have different category under the principles of plant layout and we will discuss one by one. So, first one is the principle of minimum moment. Okay. Means the materials and the labor should be moved over the minimum distance. Means our objective should be that the if we are talking about in terms of the operators who are working on the different workstations, or if we are talking about in terms of the materials, then our objective should be that to minimize the movement between different workstations. And if we minimize the movement of the operators or the laborers and the materials, so we can save the cost and time. Okay, we can save the cost and time of transportation and the material handling. Clear? Now, the second one is the principle of the space utilizations. Means whatever space is available with us, we have to utilize it in proper manner. Means all available cubic space should be effectively utilized. Okay, means both vertically and horizontally. Clear? It means besides using the floor space of a room, if the ceiling height is also utilized, then more material can be accommodated in the same room. Clear? Then we come to the principle of flexibility. What does it mean? It means that the layout should be flexible enough to be adaptable to the changes required by the expansion or technological development. Okay. For example, in case of the automotive and the other industries where the models of product changes after some time, then in those cases, the flexibility should be permitted within the layout. Okay. Then next principle is the principle of interdependence. What does it mean? Means interdependent operations and the processes should be located in close proximity to each other. Okay. Why it should be located in proximity to each other? To minimize the product travel. Okay. If different operations are dependent to each other, if the processes are dependent to each other, means we have to locate those processes or those workstations near to each other. Clear? Then we come to the principle of overall integration. Okay, means here all the plant facilities and the services should be fully integrated into a single operating unit to minimize the cost of production. Okay. Or we can say that integration of the production center facilities like the workers, machinery, raw material, etc. in a logical and the balanced manner. We have to integrate these resources. Clear? Then we come to the principle of safe and improved environment. Okay, we have studied different principle of plant layout, but we have to keep in mind the safety of the operators or workers also. Okay, so working place or working workstation should be safe, it should be well ventilated, okay, and it should be free from the dust, noise, fumes, odors and other dangerous conditions, okay. So, and what will be the benefit of it? We can increase the operating efficiency of the workers, okay. When we provide them the good facilities, when we provide them the good working environment, then the efficiency of the operator will automatically increase. Clear? So, here it is also written that the safe, well ventilated and the free from dust environment, we have to provide it to the workers. Then we come to the types of plant layout. So, till now we have discussed what is the facility location, why we need the facility location, then there are various factors which can affect the facility location. After that, we studied about the principles of the facility location. Now, we will discuss about the types of plant layouts. What types of plant layout can be there? So, first is the product layout or the line layout. Okay. So, if all the processing equipments and the machines are arranged in according to the sequence of operations of the product, the layout will be the product layout. Okay. And in this type of layout, only one type of product is produced, means variety is very less, but the quantity can be high. Okay. So, only one type of products is produced in an operating area, and this product must be standard one, and it will be produced in the large quantities in order to justify the product layout. Clear? So, here the raw material is provided at one end. In this diagram, you can see that the raw material will be provided at one end of the line, and it will go from one operation to the next, okay, with a minimum work in process, storage and the material handling. Clear? This is the diagram which is representing the this product layout. Clear? Here we can see these two lathes are placed here. After the operating the component on the lathe machines, the drilling is required. So, drill machines is there, then two milling machines are there, then again drilling is required, and the last operation is the grinding one. Okay. So, here we have placed the grinding machine. So, this is the according to, so here according to the requirement of the operations, we have arranged the machines. Clear? So, you can see here also in this type of layout, all the machines are arranged in the sequence. Clear? As required to produce a specific product. So, that's why it is also known as the line layout, because the machines are arranged in a straight line. Okay, the machines are arranged in a straight line, and the raw material are fed at one place, or the finished product to the next other end. Clear? Here we will provide the raw material, and here we will get the finished product. Okay. So, if we talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the product layout, so the advantages will be lower total material handling cost will be there, and there will be less work in process inventory, and we can better utilize the machines and the operators, or the we can say the manpower. Okay, and less floor area will be occupied by the material, and the temporary storage will be there, and it is the simplest form of the product layout, and here the total production time can be minimized. But if we talk about the disadvantages of the product layout, then we do not get any type of flexibility there. Okay, we can say that the no flexibility which is generally required is obtained in case of the product layout. And here the manufacturing cost will also increase within the fall in the volume of the production, because here the variety of the product is less and the quantity of production is large. So if there will be fall in the volume of production, then the manufacturing cost will increase. Okay, and because the machines are arranged in a straight line, so if a single machines break down, then it will shut down the whole production line. Clear? So these are the disadvantages of the product layout. Now we will discuss about the process layout or the functional layout. So this type of layout is useful where the low volume of production is needed. Okay, and if the product are not standardized, means the product layout is more desirable in this case, because it creates the process flexibility than the other layouts. And in this type of layout, the machines will not be arranged in the sequence of operations, but it will be arranged according to the nature or the type of operations. And this layout is commonly suitable for the non-repetitive jobs. Clear? So here we can see that in this case, the similar machines and equipment of the same functional type are arranged in one department. Clear? Means the same type of operation facilities will be grouped together, such as lathe will be placed at one place, all the drilling machines will be placed at the another place, and so on. Okay, and here the process are segregated and the machines of each process are kept together, while each process is kept separately. Clear? So what are the advantages of this process layout? So there will be the less duplication of the machines, and the total investment in the equipment purchase will reduced because of the less duplication of the machines, and it offers better and more efficient supervision through the specialization at various levels. Clear? And it provides the flexibility also in terms of the equipment as well as the manpower. Clear? And here the better utilization of equipment is possible. Clear? And if one machine's break down, then it can be easily handled by transferring the work to the another machine or to the another workstation. Clear? So these benefit we will get in case of the plant or process layout. But there are some limitations also. So limitations are basically there are long material flow lines, and hence the expensive handling is required, and the total production cycle time will be more here due to the long distances and the waiting at the various points. Okay, and here the more work will be in queue. So bottlenecks may occur in this case. Clear? So the next layout that we will discuss is the combination layout. So combination layout, why we need the combination layout? So we can say that nowadays in the pure state, any one form of the layout discussed above is rarely used, means the product layout or the process layout. Mostly we are using the combination layout. So generally the layouts used in industries are the compromise of the above mentioned layout, and every layout has got certain advantages and limitations, as we have discussed in the in both the cases. Therefore, industries would not like to use any type of layout as such. So they use the combination layout. Clear? So as we know that the flexibility is a very important factor. So layout should be such as which can be molded according to the requirement of the industries without much investment. Okay. So in case of the product process layout, in case of the combination layout, what we will use the process layout to produce various operations like the stamping, welding, heat treatment being carried out in different work centers as per the requirement. But the final assembly of the product is done in a product type layout. So we are molding the layout as per the requirement of the industries. We are using both the process and the product layout here. So it is the combination of both the layouts. Clear? Okay. So next we come to the fixed position layout. So what does it mean? It is also known as the stationary layout because it is fixed. So it is also known as the stationary layout. So this type of layout is the least important for the today's manufacturing industries. And what we do in this type of layout, basically the major component remains in a fixed location and other materials or the parts, tools, machinery, manpower and other supporting equipments are brought to this location. Okay, and the major component or the body of the product will be fixed. Okay, and it will be fixed. Okay, because it is too heavy, too big to handle by a operator. Okay, and it is economical and convenient to bring the necessary tools and equipment to the workplace along with the manpower. Okay, so this type of layout is basically used in case of the for example the manufacturing of the boilers, hydraulics, steam turbines, or we can say the shipbuilding, aircraft manufacturing, wagon building, okay, heavy constructions of dams, bridges, buildings, etc. Okay, so here it is very difficult to handle the component. Okay, so all the tools and equipment will be brought to the work station or workplace. Okay, now we come to the computer aided layout design planning. Okay, so in case of the computer aided layout design planning, the key element of this planning is the representation and manipulation of the following three types of information. So if we want to do the planning, okay, with the help of the computer, then we need some data, and that data we need some information, and we need some data, and that data or the information may be in the numeric form, it may be in the logic information, and it may be the graphic information. So in case of the numeric information, the space required for an activity or the total flow between two activities, like this type of information we will gather in case of the numeric information. But in case of the logic information, like the preferences of the design, that is the activity relationship chart we will need. So that is providing the logic between the different activities, that is relating the different activities. Okay, and in case of the graphic information, what we will do, we will drawing of the block plan. Okay, we will have some design in this case. So these three information will be required if we want to do the design planning with the help of the computer. Clear? Now, if we discuss about the techniques, what types of techniques are available, so we basically use two types of algorithm here. First one is the constructive type algorithm and the second one is the improved type algorithm. So under the construction type of algorithm, we have the automated layout design program, and it is also known as the LDAP. Clear? And in the second category, we have the computerized relationship planning, which is also known as the Corelab. Clear? But if we talk about the improved type of algorithm, then we have the computerized relative allocation of the facilities technique, means craft. Okay, so these are the techniques that we use for the computer aided layout design planning. So first of all, we will discuss about the LDAP. Okay, so as we discussed in the previous slide, the LDAP is a one of the techniques that we use for the layout designing, and it comes under the constructive type of algorithm. Okay, so here what we will do, we will develop a relationship chart. Okay, and this relationship chart will basically show the relationship between different departments in the form of the closeness ratings. Okay, how different departments are related with each other, and we will use some rating. We will assign some alphabets, and all alphabets or all rating will have a numeric value. Okay, and which is known as the closeness rating. So in terms of the closeness rating, the relationship between different departments will be shown here. So we have the rating is absolute necessary, and we use the alphabet A for this, and its numerical value is 4 is to the power 3, that is 64. Clear? The second rating is especially important, and we use the symbol E for this, and its numeric value is 16. Its closeness rating is 16. The third category is important, and we use the symbol I for this, and its value is 4. Clear? After that, we come to the next category, that is ordinary important, and we use the symbol O for it, and its value is equal to 1. Clear? Then we have the unimportant. Unimportant, we use the symbol U for that, and its value is 0. Means the two departments are not related to each other, and this is the undesirable. Okay, it is not desired to place two particular departments close to each other. These are undesirable. So we give it the value -4 is to the power 5. Clear? So these are the closeness rating, which will show the relationship between the departments. After that, we come to the next constructive algorithm, that is Corelab. Okay, so in case of the LDAP, we select first department randomly, but in case of the Corelab, the first department is not selected randomly, but the selection is based on the total closeness rating. And how we will find out the closeness rating? So here we are also using different categories for the closeness rating, but here the value assigned, numeric value that we assign each category is different. Like for the absolute necessity, we are using symbol A and its value is 6. For the second category, we are using the, for the especially important, we are using symbol E and its value is 5. For third one, important, we are using the symbol I and its value is 4. Then we have ordinary important using the symbol O and its value is 3. Unimportant, we are denoting it with U and its value is 2. And for the undesirable, we are using symbol X and its value is 1. So, depending on the total closeness rating, we will select the first department, or we will choose the first department. Okay, so till now we discussed about the constructive type of algorithm, but now we come to the improved type algorithm, and the technique that comes under the improved type algorithm is the craft. Clear? And it is more popular than the other computer based layout procedures, and it is an improvement algorithm, and it starts with an initial layout and proceeds to improve the layout by interchanging the department pairwise to reduce the total material transportation cost. So here the objective is to reduce the material transportation cost, okay, or material handling cost. Clear? So here we will interchange the departments pairwise. It does not give the optimal layout, but the results are good and near the optimal, which can be later corrected to suit the need of the layout planner. Clear? So, as we have discussed in this, that our objective is to minimize the total material handling cost or the total material transportation cost. So, in this procedure, basically the improvement in the layout is made, means we are interchanging the departments here, okay, and we are comparing the cost with the previous layout, and we will repeat this step until we can minimize the total material handling cost. So there are some steps involved. We require the input details, and in this input details are basically we need the initial layout, and we need the cost of the material handling per unit distance, we need their movement data, and then we will compute the total handling cost that corresponding to that particular initial layout. And after we will get the cost of the initial layout, we will compute the cost of handling with each pairwise interchange of the centroids of the department, and we'll select the least cost. Okay, and if the least cost that we obtained by interchanging the department is less than the previous layout, then we will make that actual interchange of the selected pair of departments, and will compute the cost of the revised layout. And we repeat the procedure again and again as long as the improvement in the cost is observed. So this is basically a craft layout. Clear? Next we come to the process planning. Whenever we are going to start a process, a proper planning is needed in a systematic way. So we can define the process planning as the conversion of the design data, okay, to the work instructions, or we can define it as a systematic determination of methods by which a product is to be manufactured economically and competitively. Okay, so it is a preparatory steps before actual manufacturing starts, and it will determine the sequence of operation or the processes needed to produce a part or an assembly. So this is the process planning. So there are different types of process planning which we'll discuss in the next lecture. So I hope whatever we have discussed in today's lecture, it is clear to all. Thank you so much.